Welcome to Mythos AI, your source for Cliff's Notes on complex subjects. Join Anna and Phil for yet another engaging conversation.
Welcome to our deep dive into the answer for Quizzypedia, Season 207, Question 6.
Okay.
The category is Greek mythology.
All right.
The question is this. What is the name of the Roman goddess who personifies envy and jealousy,
Okay.
often depicted with serpents and associated with casting the evil eye?
Yeah.
She represents one of the 7 deadly sins and parallels the Greek goddess Nemesis,
Right.
a modern tech company whose name closely resembles that of this goddess. Chose it to reflect their competitive spirit and desire for innovation, symbolized by their all-seeing eye logo representing vision and insight.
Gotcha.
And the answer is Invidia.
Invidia, yeah. She's a powerful representation of a very human emotion and a figure worth exploring.
Definitely.
In Roman mythology, she embodies envy and jealousy concepts with, a deep-rooted presence in their culture.
Even her name itself gives us a clue to her nature.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
It's derived from the Latin invidere. It means to look against or to cast an evil eye, immediately associating her with negativity.
Yeah, it's fascinating how language reflects these underlying cultural anxieties.
Yeah.
The Romans didn't shy away from portraying Invidia in a negative light, often depicting her shrouded in darkness accompanied by serpents, and sometimes casting the evil eye.
Yeah, those symbols are pretty striking.
Yeah.
Especially considering how Romans viewed envy as a genuine threat.
Absolutely. They believed that envy could corrupt individuals and cause real harm. It wasn't just a fleeting emotion. It was a force capable of disrupting social harmony. Invidia's presence in their mythology served as a warning, a reminder of the destructive potential of such feelings.
And the serpents and the evil eye weren't just random symbols, were they?
No. They were very deliberate choices that reinforced the negative aspects of envy. The serpents, for example, represent the sudden venomous strike of envy. It can poison relationships and have unintended harmful consequences, much like a serpent's bite.
And the evil eye is a manifestation of that same fear.
Exactly.
The belief that a jealous glance can bring misfortune upon the person being envied.
It's remarkable how these ancient beliefs still resonate today. Even now, people are often wary of attracting unwanted attention or envy. Perhaps downplaying their successes or avoiding overt displays of wealth.
It's a testament to how deeply ingrained this fear is in human nature.
Definitely.
But for the Romans, it wasn't just a personal fear. It had societal implications as well.
They recognized that envy could disrupt the very fabric of their society. That's why they incorporated rituals and offerings to Invidia, seeking to mitigate her influence.
So they acknowledged envy's power and attempted to appease it. Much like one would appease a powerful, unpredictable force of nature.
Exactly. They understood that neglecting these anxieties could lead to social unrest and disharmony. But it's important to note that Invidia isn't the only figure associated with negative emotions in ancient mythology. The Greeks, for instance, had Nemesis, who also dealt with retribution.
However, Nemesis was more focused on punishing hubris or excessive pride. Invidia, on the other hand, is more internal, representing the turmoil of wanting what others have. It's less about cosmic justice and more about personal struggle.
That's a key distinction. And it's a reminder that these ancient cultures used deities to grapple with complex human emotions, providing a framework for understanding social dynamics.
And the concept of envy as a dangerous force didn't end with Roman mythology?
No, it evolved and was later categorized as one of the 7 deadly sins in Christian theology. This classification further solidified envy's place as a morally corrupting force with potential spiritual consequences.
So Invidia transcended her mythological origins to become a cautionary symbol across cultures and belief systems. Demonstrating the universality of this emotion and the anxieties it continues to provoke.
It's incredible how a figure born from ancient mythology can still be so relevant today. And it's fascinating how a concept like the evil eye, which emerged from this fear of envy, can still be found in various cultures around the world.
Yeah, it really highlights how deeply ingrained these anxieties are human societies. The idea that a jealous glance can bring misfortune speaks to a belief in the tangible power of envy.
And that fear of attracting the evil eye can lead to all sorts of social behaviors.
Yeah.
Think about it. People might avoid standing out too much, downplay their accomplishments, or even engage in superstitious rituals to ward off potential envy.
It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
By fearing envy so much, we might inadvertently create the conditions for it to flourish.
It's a complex interplay between individual emotions and societal anxieties.
Right.
And Invidia, as a mythological figure, embodies this tension perfectly.
She serves as a potent reminder that envy isn't just an internal struggle. It also plays out in the ways we interact with each other and navigate social hierarchies.
And this interplay has shaped cultural responses to envy throughout history.
Yeah.
The Romans had their rituals. The Christians categorized it as a deadly sin.
Right.
And even today, we see traces of these anxieties in our language and customs.
Take the phrase green with envy, for example.
Right.
It directly connects envy with a physical manifestation, a visible sign of this internal turmoil.
Or consider the concept of schadenfreude, finding pleasure in another person's misfortune.
Right.
It's a complex emotion that could be seen as a byproduct of envy,
Yeah.
a way of coping with feelings of inadequacy or resentment.
So Invidia's legacy extends far beyond the realm of Roman mythology.
Absolutely.
She represents a universal human experience that continues to shape our understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
And this brings us to a particularly interesting point, the connection between Invidia and the modern tech company Invidia.
The name itself is strikingly similar, isn't it?
It is.
It suggests a link to vision, insight, perhaps even a certain level of ambition.
And their logo, the all-seeing eye, could be interpreted as symbolizing their desire to be at the forefront of innovation, to have a comprehensive understanding of their field.
It's certainly a bold choice.
Yeah.
And whether intentional or not, it evokes certain associations with Invidia and the qualities she represents.
The tech world is known for its fierce competition and constant striving for advancement.
Right.
In a way, it's a modern arena where those age-old anxieties about envy and rivalry play out in a new form.
So even in our technologically advanced world, we're still grappling with the same fundamental human emotions that the Romans and Greeks explored through their myths.
Absolutely.
It's a testament to their enduring power. It's fascinating how these ancient concepts can still resonate in a world that's so different from the one Invidia originated in.
It speaks to the universality of human nature, doesn't it? Whether we're talking about ancient Rome or Silicon Valley, the dynamics of envy and ambition seem to transcend time and place.
So what can we take away from all this? What does Invidia's story tell us about ourselves and the world we live in?
I think it highlights the importance of self-awareness. Recognizing envy within ourselves and understanding its potential impact on our actions and relationships is crucial.
It's about finding a healthy balance, isn't it? Acknowledging the feeling without letting it consume us or dictate our behavior.
Exactly. And perhaps by understanding Invidia and the anxieties she represents, we can learn to navigate these complex emotions in a more constructive way.
It's a reminder that even though these myths originated centuries ago, they still hold valuable lessons for us today. We can learn from the wisdom of the past to better understand ourselves and the world we inhabit.
And on that note, we'll leave you with a final thought to ponder. How do you see the influence of Invidia in your own life and the world around you?
Thanks for listening to Mythos AI. Stay tuned for more concise insights. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe for future episodes.